All right. Welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So, I had to basically reinstall uh, Windows on this PC because it was hacked and they messed up some of the things that I had installed, some of the programs, I should say. And my computer just kept restarting and restarting and restarting. Right. So, I had to do this all over again. So, what I'm going to show you today, and I want to talk about this, and I really wasn't going to do it in this format, but I figured it's the best thing because of how they've been attacking me, particularly on YouTube, and what it is that they engage in. The sabotage, the psychological manipulation, the manipulation of time, space, environment, services in order to create whatever narrative or try to justify the narrative that they created. All right. And in order to get away with it and to target and to suppress, to destroy those within the society they deemed as a threat. Okay. Quanta Pro, Zoom, cognitive warfare, neurocognitive warfare, all these things are being done in the public sphere against civilian population, individuals known as targeted individuals. So what I'm going to show you today is how they engage in using a manipulation of the environment and time in order to engage in a negative narrative. Okay. All right. Let's. Welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. Woke up this morning, it's a little quiet. No New York Predator officers engaging in the noise campaign as soon as I got up. They weren't using the call horns though, again. They both operate using both noise, right? Both noise, kind of noise. If they don't engage in one form of targeting, they'll engage in another. With the noise campaign, if they're not using the sirens, they use the call horn. If they're not using the call horn or the sirens, they use my upstairs neighbor, which they did, and I forgot to mention that. Right, this was prior to, you'll hear me say, the New York Predator Department officers started using their sirens. Okay, so again, you're always going to be targeted. They're always going to be engaging in a noise campaign. Sometimes it's not sirens. Sometimes it's not call horns. Other times, like I've shown you guys before, it's firecrackers. You know, loud banging. Upstairs neighbor engaging in knocking on the floor, dropping stuff on the floor, and it depends. It could be sometimes she'll drop coins like change on the not she out, but my upstairs neighbor, right? There are a few people living up there, including female. Um, so they'll do stuff like that. Okay. And she did have this woman out here. She saw me sticking her finger. Well, I tried to sneak tip her middle finger. I'm not sure if I got it on video. I gotta make sure and set to my camera. Look at another one there. Stand up there waiting. Right? Another time they're waiting. The woman that just passed by, again, she in uh, along with another woman, which I didn't get on camera. Uh, the woman gave me the middle finger. Like I said, sometimes when I'm walking my camera, I'm not aware of where, not my camera, my phone, where my phone is pointed. So sometimes I have to look at the screen to redirect myself. Because usually I'm just recording and I'm speaking, but I'm watching where I'm going. I'm not really. I do pay attention to make sure that the phone camera is recording. Okay, just to make sure that they haven't hacked into my phone to end the video in which the phone would not automatically save the video. Okay, so this one here, I gotta make sure I set to my camera. All dressed in all black. Prior to that, too, there was a FedEx guy waiting for me to come out the building, right? And but I had walked downstairs and I saw the truck parked up there, and I didn't think that he was in there, but obviously the truck didn't just pull up on the block. Because basically he was sitting on the passenger side, right? So he moved from the driver's side to the passenger side, so he can come out the truck on the side that I was on. Okay, so yeah. Look at another one there. Stand up there waiting. Right? Another time they're waiting. Right? Hilarious. These people. Still, like I said, they're talking and don't stop. They just keep talking. Simple as that. You always got to be on the defensive. Anyhow.
Still waiting for my top piece, brother.
All right, man.
For the reference.
Yeah. All right. All right. See, when they know they can't lie to you because you figure this shit out. Like I said, we know in any nation, any group of people, any groups of people, they can be manipulated into silence. Particularly when they're committing crimes against an individual group of people, right? So when people try to tell you, people don't do these things, that's a lie. People build, you have cults, religious-run cults. You have cults in organizations, right? Such as the Predator Police Department across America, right? And Zoom, the German program, the German, the East Stasi secret police program, right? To target dissidents or to target anybody, any of these spies would lie about. The civilian spies would lie about, right? Like I said, if a civilian spy, like your wife or your husband, if you're a woman, your husband, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, when I have my phone in my hand, I have it centered. Right. And so, again, this is manipulation, right? Controlling your hand movement without your conscious mind being aware of it. Because if you look at my phone, right, like I said, it is always turned to or they could have, do something with the software where I'm not recording what's centered in front of me, because I do have my phone centered, and I look at my phone to make sure that my phone is centered, right? It's not turned to the side or anything like that. So I gotta start being more consciously aware of that. They can lie about you, get you put on a list to be stalked, harassed, driven out of your job, labeled with a mental illness, and then they come in and, start engaging in a romantic, in a romantic relationship with your wife or with your ex-wife or your ex-husband, or with your wife or your husband. Okay? This stuff is not new. Anyhow, what I was saying. Yeah, so woke up, Pam called me to let me know that our daughter was at the nurse office complaining that her chest is hurting. Right? And I said to her, well, do I have to go pick up? She's like, no. She's like, the nurse took her blood pressure, all that stuff, so everything is normal. So I said, okay. Yeah. I said, I'm having some tea with crackers and then I'll leave. So then she texts me. The nurse called her again.
right? So the New York Credit Department started using their sirens.
See, again, this is really strange because, like I said, normally my phone, I hold my phone in my hand, it is pointing straight forward, right? But you see this footage, and again, this is what they do. They will manipulate your device, they'll manipulate you so that you're not consciously aware of certain things. Okay? Because, I hold my phone, know how I hold my phone in my hand, and I'm holding it straight. It's not turned to the side. Okay, so which lets me know they're either manipulating the phone, right? So that when I hold it straight, the video or the lens, they're able to shift it to where, I'm not recording right in front of me.
And I'm like, okay. So I woke up this morning, brushed my teeth, put the kettle on, made my tea, sat down, had my breakfast. No sirens, right? She called me, texted me, right? All of a sudden, New York Credit Department using their sirens.
Yeah. Also, she kind of made it sound like when I said to her, I said, "Is she okay? Do I need to go get her?" She was like, "No, not really." And then she calls me back, and like, "Oh, the nurse kept calling, keep calling." And I'm gonna tell you why she did that, right? Why they did that. Okay, when I talk about manipulation of time, environment, services, in order to, uh, you know, affect your decision making. I'm gonna show you guys.
Then she called me again, saying that she started the nurse's office. She's still complaining that she has a pain on her side now. And I'm like, okay, I guess I got to go get her. You know, as I said, pain on her side. New York Predator Department began using the sirens. So
Now think about it. The way my phone is not recording right in front of me, even though I have it face straight in front of me, right? Should tell you something. Okay, that should tell you something now.
in certain words, like I said, I keep this like sidewalk, and when I say sidewalk and stuff like that, a side piece, you know, I guess side
Let's go back here a little bit.
began using the sirens. So in certain words, like I said, I keep this like sidewalk, and when I say sidewalk and stuff like that, a side piece, you know, I guess side chick, a side dude. They grabbing the scratch. I tell you, they're very emboldened today. Very, very emboldened today. Right? That's what they do. They get very, very emboldened. That's okay. That's okay. We've seen it before.
I looked at my phone to see that again if it was centered. I believe. I think so. Yeah. So again, unconsciously, I'm doing this, not even realizing it. Okay. And this dude.
I've showed it before. You know? They grabbing the scratch. I tell you, they're very emboldened today. Very, very emboldened today.
That's that dude right there. And again, it's funny as he gets closer now, the phone goes back that way, right?
Right? That's what they do. They get very, very emboldened. That's okay. That's okay. We've seen it before. I've showed it before. You know? This is what they do. To show you and show me that, disrespect and sexual harassment. And I ain't gay, so I don't know why they keep telling these dudes to be grabbing their crotch in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So normally when I'm recording, it is more like this, right? But again, it's the reason why they do what they do, right? Psychological manipulation, right? Um, subconscious programming. In order for me not to record the perps on the street that they've sent to engage in these sort of harassments,
I mean, when I was a preteen, you know, junior high school back in the 80s, you know, we used to grab our crotch. I'm about to grab each other. No, but we used to grab our crotches, talk about something about, you know what? Okay. Sorry. Let me see if I can get this bus in.
See, this is what happened now. Now you hear the sirens? You hear the sirens, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Again, because I had missed a bus, a local bus, just before this bus showed up, right? Again, my daughter's sick. I have to go. No, I take two buses, right? So if I don't, for some reason, pay on the first bus, I was pay on the second bus. And because I was recording, because what just happened, you kind of get distracted, right? So again, watch. I get on.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Let me show you guys. Let me explain to you guys what happened. So again, the manipulation of my subconscious mind. Okay. Uh, had just missed the local bus, and normally you guys will see me go to the machine and get the the ticket, right? There are times when I'm recording, and again because I'm so zoned in that I'll sometimes which is very rare, I will forget, and I usually tell the bus driver, hey, I forgot because I'm recording, and I pay two fares anyway, so I just not two fares. I'm taking two buses, so I'll pay on the other bus, right? And they're cool with that. Now there are people that got on the bus. The majority of people that got on the bus didn't even pay their fare, okay? And they always do this. But it's funny, I never see those what do you call those auditors right now auditors I don't know we work for the MTA that's up at the bus stop and they look to see people paying or not. Even the other day they were there and people were getting on the bus didn't pay. And I'm like, okay. So but anyhow, they try to do things to where they figure, well, oh, well, he's on it's kind of like self-incriminating. But again, I understand the circumstance, and like I said, I always pay on the next bus because again, the only time I will miss paying on the bus is if I miss a couple of bus. I got a bad back, so if I'm standing there, and for example, when they took my Metro card, right, that day, I had no way to um, pay my bus fare, right, and I had to go pick up my daughter. So I had to go. So I usually talk to the bus drivers and I tell them, listen, the machine took my my, my bus pass, what have you. So anyway, I get on that bus, right? All of a sudden, there's two or three perps in there targeting me. One pointing at me, another one sticking her finger in her ears. Um, Another guy came in with a reduced fare Metro card, and he's like flashing it in front of my face. They do things to try to, you know, create situations to where, again, they manipulate you in order to take certain things away from you. Okay? This is what they do. It's constant, right? So that's what happened. I got off the bus, got on the other bus, paid my fare, and, you know, well, let's see, you guys. Start the next video.
Yeah. Talking to yourself, lady. Anyhow, so what just happened? Like, I like to show you guys exactly what it is they do because I know exactly what it is they do. So again, using silent sound spread spectrum to manipulate my daughter's mind to where her mother is calling me about this, and I get to the bus station. Again, everything is timed, right? Everything is timed. Remember I talked about that everything is timed, right? They use timing with your movement because they create situations, right, to manipulate you. So I missed the first bus, as you guys saw, the ambulance over there making a noise. And you saw as the express bus, the select bus pulled up, I had to get on the bus. I had no time to really get my ticket. But, I think too fair, so I pay on this. When that happens, I never, so I'll pay on this ride, right? Which is the same thing, right? But I want you to understand how they create situations in order to test your decision, right? You know what I'm saying? And of course, when your child is sick, sometimes, like I said, you can't wait, right? So yeah, but that's what they do. That's what they do, and I hope people understand and realize that they create situations in which, we as civilians, like I said, I look at this as my experience in this program. I identify it with what they've been doing to particularly us black people, right? This is why service in the black community is always not up to par to service in the white community, right? Or non-white community. Because this is how they operate. This is what they do. This is the sort of behavior that they engage in.
Now, this woman here with the red, wearing the red lifeguard uh, sweater. Now, she's a main perp today, particularly on this bus, and I'm gonna show you guys. Okay.
Right? It's systematic. It's systematic. I want people to know. It is a systematic thing that they do. And also that's why I record. Because they'll do shit like that where anyway, I'll talk to you guys. Alright. Dust your hands off, eh?
So I had just paid my fare, and the bus driver, started like dusting his hands like that. As he looks at me, started dusting his hands. Right? I mean, I didn't get to show you guys because I had paid my fare, and as soon as I turned, he started doing this. So, a good thing I didn't end the video. Again, I like to, if I can't show you guys, I will tell you guys exactly what it is that they're doing.
This is Dusty. Again, this is what they do. Talk to you guys later.
Okay, so let's go to the next video. I'm on the bus, and all of a sudden, two ambulance. Now, remember when I left the house, I started noise campaign. Got to that to get on the first bus. Right before they started with the noise campaign using the ambulance. Okay, and as is show it, the audio in this is kind of messed up. All right. I'm not sure. Did I switch? I might have switched the camera around so you guys can see. Here. I think there was a part where anyway, I was trying to show you guys, trying to use the front facing camera to show you the two ambulance that was parked up with their lights flashing, one in front of the other. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there you go. There's one, and there's the other one. And that was only a block away from when I get on the bus. Okay, so there you go. I did get it. All right, all right. But this is what they'll do. All right. So now let me show you guys this video. So on the same bus, woman, sitting in front of me, the one with the lifeguard sweater on, and she started falling her lips for the entire time she's been sitting in front of me. looking at me. This is what she's been doing. Okay. So I said, okay, yeah, she's a perp. She's definitely a perp. And they get her to target me. All right. Let me see if I can increase this. Now look at her. I'm saying to myself, damn, she, for the entire bus ride, she's doing this, looking at me. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me. There you go. Okay. Now let me hold on. Let me turn off the spectralizer. Okay. All right. Now let's go back. Where are we at here? Where am I? Right here. So when I talk about how the perps will do that, they fold their lips, they'll put their hands over their mouth, they'll put their finger over the mouth. This is an example of what it is that they do. Right? This is an example. All right. Now let's get to the other video. Okay, quite a few video. Second here. And then there is this one. All right. Okay, so now I'm getting off the bus and this Sambina right here, the bridge, standing up by the post office. Okay. As I got off the bus, she started walking towards me. Okay. Now, what she's going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to engage in subliminal message, cut off, block you, that sort of thing. Now, she's on my right, and this is what she's going to do. She literally like walk up and then cut in front of me, going to the left, right? To where it affected my movement to where I almost bump into there's a garbage can there. Okay. So I kind of pause, I let her go because I realized what it is that they were doing, you know? I mean, there are people out there who engage in this behavior every single day. They'll wait for you, they're stalking you, and because it's been done by multiples of people of different ethnicity, when you talk about this to someone you're trying to explain it to, you're diagnosed with a mental illness, right? They call you paranoid. Okay, I may be paranoid, but it doesn't mean that what I'm paranoid about is not happening. Okay, and so again, I want you guys to notice that she was standing in front of the post office, right? Oh yeah. Okay, let's go back here. So you guys going to see another example. Let me see if I can zoom this up so you guys can see. Because again, I want you guys to see. Right? You go. Okay, walking towards me, lips folded. You guys want See that? Okay. Then she stops. She got close. Right? You see, what they don't know is that I have this software that allows me to do exactly this. So you guys can see. I gotta reduce it now, scale it back down. Okay. Because again, this is what they do called the power association, right? After they manipulate people to engage in certain behavior, they will continue that same behavior, right, with someone else. Okay. And again, that is, and now you form an association. Okay. Again, this is done because we're out as a TI, we are being manipulated as TIs, right? This is what they've behavior they've been engaging with. This is what they've been doing. Okay. So, all right. Now, I want you to pay attention to the postal lady right here. From the time that Sambina standing by in front of the post office, doing what she did, trying to cut me off. Now they will use the post office worker. So you see how they subliminal messaging work, right? So now she's been there, standing in the middle of the sidewalk from the time I crossed the street. Okay, all of that again is for a reason. It's a subliminal threat, right? About my disability and stuff like that. Okay. Okay. All right. So for some reason, okay. All right. So they've done this when they don't want me to show certain videos. Now, what the heck happened here? Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Now, what the? Hold up now. Yep. All right. All right. Let me just explain to you guys what happened here. Let me explain to you guys what happened here. So they did this already, where again hacking into my computer to manipulate things. because they didn't want me to show it. All right. So the first video that I made, even my apartment building, had to um, re-upload it into the software because they were engaging in that. I could hear the video, but I couldn't find the video. Couldn't see it. All right. So, you know, they do things like that. Anyhow, after I picked up my daughter from school, we were on our way back, and you know, she had told me. I said to her, "What time did you went to bed last night?" She was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Why not?" She was like, "Well, because she was up because the New York Predator Department officers were driving around the block many times using their sirens." Okay, so I had this. I was like, I got to record this, so I had to record it so that you know you guys can see and know. That was Pam calling me. Of course, she had me on speakerphone. I'm hearing her coworkers in the background. This is what they do. Whenever I start exposing them, she'll do stuff like that. You know, and again, and the reason why they do it is because what the New York Predator Department will engage in certain tactics and certain practices and methods to let me know that I'm being surveilled, I'm being listened to. And again, I already know that, but they love to use Pam to do that. She will call me and just not say anything. I just hear her coworkers in the background talking, you know, and I'm like, hello, you know. And then she's like, is Ethan home? Of course, she knows Ethan's home because I made him text her to let her know that he wasn't going to jujitsu. So she knows that. She knows he's home. But again, it wasn't the purpose for her calling me. The purpose was to engage in this sort of subliminal message that I'm being surveilled, I'm being listened to. Like, listen, I already know that. But they have to keep doing this because, again, it is to uh, try to psychologically traumatize you over and over and over again. Okay? So it's constant trauma every single day. That's what they do. And that's what they do to us as black people. Right? All right, let me go back here a little bit. All right. Remember, I talk about this the military, House of Mind campaign, the manipulation of the American public to make them become more patriotic. right? Using psychological manipulation, right? Using certain types of programs, right? Doing them favors to gain loyalty, particularly in the black community, particularly with black women, using employment. So, just another aspect of the welfare program in which they were kicking black men out the house in order for black women to get government help. But at the same time, they were encouraging white families, white men and women, to stay and maintain their relationship, and were rewarded with uh, more uh, welfare benefits than black women. Okay. Now they use jobs. Now they use employment, promotions. So now black women are like, I don't need no man. I got my job. I got my own apartment, my own car, my own house. So I don't need you. It's all part of their plan to destroy black men and black women, particularly the black family and black children. Most importantly, black children. Okay. Now, look, she walked directly in front of my path. And again, wearing all black, right? It's the whole blocking theme. Now, this perp right here, he was standing at the corner, well, a little bit off from the corner. But when he sees me, he starts walking, across from me. And again, I talk about the fixation drill. So, what they wanted to me fixated on, I talk about colors, things that they wear, and how they will have me fixated on their earbuds. Okay, so I want you to see this. All right, and again, you'll see the earbuds that he has. Again, I'm giving you guys in-depth details. Okay, hear all the noise outside. I'm not sure if you hear all the noise outside because I have noise reduction on. But yeah, okay. I want you to watch. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, maybe I might have zoomed in too much now. Okay, let me do this, and we're gonna do this properly, exposing them. All right, and oh, I forget. So as soon as the bus passed, right? So the American flag, patriotic theme. Okay, let's go. So now, where did he come from? He was standing right in between this car, so you can barely see him, waiting for me to approach. And then he looks at you. See him looking at me, right? Okay, watch this. See, you can move him back. Yeah, he's hiding behind there. You can see him duck down. His head pop up. All right, now he starts walking. Look, He's looking at me. Now watch. Okay, watch this. Again, see, I recognize what is it doing? Doing the fixation drill. Okay, now watch. All right, he slows down his walking now, and the fixation drill is again it'll have you fixated on something. In this instance, he was wearing a red earbuds, right? Red earbuds. Okay, I want you to pay attention. Uh oh, let's go. See, he's wearing a red earbud. Look in his ears. All right, a little red dot. that's the red earbuds. Okay. All right, let me scale this back down. Okay. Now, after that, you'll see the Sambina. Now look at her. What I just said, they follow the same patterns, right? The exact same pattern. So you see, as I'm walking, she's standing on the other side of the sidewalk. She's going to walk right directly in front of my path, right? Again, it's a whole black and theme, wearing all black. Now, my daughter is on my right. So why is she walking in front of us so she can stop right there? Okay. This is what they do. All right. And what do you hear? Right. So again, I talk about timing. I talk about these things being organized. It's organized stalking. That's what this is. Organized psychological operations, psyops, in which they're engaging in. Okay. Remember, you got to study these things. If you don't study these things, it will have a severe negative impact on your psyche. Okay. And it's not to say because I study it and I know what's going on that it doesn't have a negative effect on my psyche. It absolutely does. Okay. But I just have to expose this. I have to expose this. Okay. It is my purpose. I may be doing myself by studying it, you know, maybe even greater psychological harm, right? But it may be psychological harm with the understanding that I know that this is being done to me. Okay. So it makes it easier for me to develop defense mechanism and always be on the defensive because you know you never know who they're gonna send, who they have sent in the past, right? Because these people again, they have a cult mindset, right? So they will infiltrate an organization, infiltrate your life, right? For whatever purpose, whatever reason, okay, in order to manipulate you. And if you don't think people can be like this, remember, there are lots of people in law enforcement who are undercover, who marry women, men, while undercover for years, have kids with them, and then leave them when their task or their mission is over. Okay, never hear from them again. All right. Okay. See, and then they will bombard you with noise. And again, no one would have known what happened to you. No one would know what happened to you. Your life would be a downward spiral leading to homelessness, self deletion, um, you know, uh, unemployment, you become homeless, all these things. Like I said, poverty, it is an engineered part of society. Okay. This is just one way in which they do it. And again, I'm going to show you guys, uh, like I said, Nigel knows what he's talking about. They can call me crazy all they want, but I'll call them crazy back because the fact that they're engaging in this sort of behavior, right? They're not crazy. They're insane. They're lunatics. All right. And okay, so I want to show you guys something. Um, where is it? I gotta see here. Is this it? Um, okay, I'm just. I had post. There you go. Posted the link. All right, there you go. Um, yeah. So again, just so you guys know, I'm giving you the information that you need to know. All right, let me finish the video. Hold on. Not skeletal muscle, but skeletal uh, structure. Okay, so I want to show you guys this. Okay, you guys can go Google it, download the PDF, and read it. This is from Academia Biology, The War Inside Your Mind, Unprotected Brain Battlefields, and Neuro Vulnerability. Okay, The War for Your Brain, Targeted Cognitive Conflicts and Mind Wars. Brain theory and cognitive functional analysis rest as it does on various theories where the exact role of neurons, dendrites, axon, and central nervous system, again, if you look at TIs, neurological damage, nervous system damage, skeleton uh, frame damage, okay, um, such as, hold on, central nervous system, and external environmental factors such as electromagnetic sensitivity and interactive microbiome effects may act independently or in concert in ways much less clear than desire. Integrated neuronal elements and supported neural system that govern or influence thinking, perception, judgment, reasoning, central nervous system, CNS, uh, functionality, plasticity, and perceptive behavior are equally ambiguous despite the pace, focus, and scope of ongoing research. Now, in the 21st century, we must grapple with yet another threshold challenge and enduring mystery: external based brain manipulation, cognitive influence, and insidious targeted degradation is possible via technology designed to elicit harmful neurobiological effect where brain security itself is under threat. This is a whole new form of brain research involving the very risky era of true mind wars. Okay. So again, showing you guys exactly what it is that they do, showing you and giving you the information to understand that this has been happening many decades. This is nothing new. They are far more advanced in terms of the technology, in terms of the reduction in size of microchips to where they can put nanoscopic robots into your body. Okay? Manipulating your brain. They can target any organ they want. They can disable you, they can kill you. And again, when they have their predators on the police force in the coroner's office to label your death, whatever it is they want to be labeled as, so that no one would look into or investigate your death properly, they get away with these things. Okay? Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys on the next video. I'll do my outro song.